Hi dreamers, welcome back to my channel, Roses, Star and Books. And today I'm here with an April wrap up. So I've read 48 books in the month of May. Yeah, I guess I'll talk about them, but I won't talk about every single book. I'll talk about the books that are most outstanding to me because it's 48 books. I can't go through every single detail of 48 books in one video. So I'll just keep it short, simple, sweet, give the name of the books that I've read and my rating for them. And some of the books I will explain a little bit about what it was about and what I enjoyed about them. So I read Memories by Lang Lev. I think that's how they pronounce her name. Which I gave 4 stars. It was good. I loved the rhyming scheme. I loved the topics that she was speaking about or writing about. Yeah. Then I read Star Collector Volume 2. Last month I read Volume 1, which I gave 5 stars. Very beautiful BL story, graphic novel, manga, whatever, by Anna Backhausen. I think that's the name. Then I read The Other Side by C.M. Haley, which I gave 2 stars. Not a big fan, but it was decent. Um, I read House of the Sun, Volume 2 by Tamil. I also read Volume 3, 4, 5, and 6, which I gave 5 stars. Well, Volume 2 I gave 4 stars, and the others I gave 5 stars. Then I read What If We Were by Axel Lenore, I think. Axel Lenore, which I gave 2 stars. Was not my favorite graphic novel. I think the plot was there was so much going on. There's too much text. I don't really like my graphic novels or my mangas or anything like that with a whole bunch of text because I want to enjoy the art style as well. So yeah. And I read I Am Able to Shine by Corey Watari, I think, which I gave 5 stars. Love that. Read it to my baby girl. I read A Light in the Attic by Shel Silverstein, which I gave 5 stars. You all should know that that is my favorite poet, Shel. I just absolutely love him. I know a lot of Americans grew up reading his poetry collection. In my country, we did not. So when I discovered him, I was absolutely blown away and I really enjoyed. I've never read any humorous poems before him. So yeah. Then I read a lot Tempora by AJ Brooks, which I gave 5 stars. Names is not These names are gonna kill me. Oh. I read also American Vampire Volume 1 by Scott Snyder, which I give 2 stars. Again, too much text for my liking. Then I read Nighttime for Just Us 2, Volume 1 by Maki Miyoshi, which I gave 4 stars. This one was an arc, and I absolutely love this. So basically, what was happening here was there's this girl that nobody remembers how to pronounce her name. I'm guessing because her name is long or something. And nobody remembers how to pronounce her name. But then there's this boy at her school that actually remembers her name, but the night before or 2 days before, she had met him in a field and he claimed to be an alien, like some alien take over his body and claim to be an alien. So it's like he has 2 personas or like 2 identities from that one body. It was just crazy and wild and I enjoyed it. It was really good. It was cute, sweet, and just absolutely fun to read. Then I read My Evil Mother, a short story by Margaret Atwood, which I gave 3 stars. It was a nice story, not much to get into. I read If the Fates Allow, a short story as well by Rainbow Rowell, which I give 3 stars as well. I read Wait, What? By Heather Corina, which I gave 5 stars. I'm trying to remember what this one was about. I think that one was about to do with the body, if I'm remembering right. But then I read Hey Brown Girl by Janie Harden, which I gave 5 stars. I read To My Baby Girl, The Beginner's Bible, Timeless Church Stories, Children's Stories, or something like that by Kelly Pooley, which I gave 5 stars. I absolutely enjoyed reading this because like they made it in a way so that children could enjoy, while learning about the Lord, and it was absolutely adorable. I loved it. I read, well, rather I went through Mediterranean Air Fryer Cookbook by Samuel Hayes. I was looking for some recipes for my air fryer, so yeah, I give this 5 stars. I found some cute fun recipes in there. And I finally read Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, which I gave 4 stars. I absolutely love that story because I think that it had so much meaning and power behind what was going on. The fact that this mother made a mistake and is willing to come and try to be in her daughter's life is absolutely amazing. And I commend her for that. Not a lot of people um, could go through this process. Sometimes people lose their children and they're like, whatever, but the fact that you're willing to try to get back in your child's good graces because of a mistake you made is absolutely great. And then I read 1000 plus positive affirmations for Black women by Vanessa Harrison, which I give 5 stars. You have you have affirmations for like different mental illnesses as well, if I remember correctly in there. So I thought that was great. And I read You're Going to Camp Coronavirus by Brad Jose. I think that's how you pronounce the last name. Or Joss, which I give 5 stars. This was absolutely funny, cute. Yeah, so I read Night of the Gold, Volume 6 by Scott Snyder, which I gave 5 stars. I've read the past 5 volumes last month, I think, and this one was the last volume to come out this month, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Oh my god, this series, this little mini graphic novel moment, I'm here for it. It was absolutely great. I loved it. I read it with one of my friends who was binge reading the books, and then when we found out that 6 didn't come out yet, we was absolutely heartbroken, and then we had to wait for number 6, and finally it came out and we enjoyed it. So yeah, then I read The Cayman by Maria Eugenia Marik, which I gave 5 stars. Basically, this was about a crocodile, an alligator, one of them, and how it became a pet and all of that. So it was a cute little book. Then I read Air Fryer Cookbook for Beginners by Debbie Foster, which I gave 5 stars. Found a lot of good recipes in there as well for my air fryer. Then I read Who is Jesus by Kathleen Long Pastram, which I give 5 stars. I absolutely love this. The rhymes in this was very good. I love the story. I read The Fabulous Four by Bunmi Oyin Oyinsan. It's kind of a Nigerian name, I think, which I give 3 stars. I give this book 3 stars. This book was said to be for, let me see, for younger audiences, and I didn't really find it that way. Like, I understand that yes, it could be read to younger audiences, but the word choices of certain words, I found it to be for more mature audiences. So I was debating, like, okay, is this really for a younger audience? Because the language, I think this story was a very important story in terms of um, children being self-aware of the bad in the world, because the characters in this story got kidnapped and everything like that. So I think that it's an important story to tell. Definitely. Sometimes we wanna um sh- how to say it? Sometimes we don't want our children to know the bad of the world. We want to shield them from all the gore and all the ugliness of the world. But sometimes it's good for them to know so that they can protect themselves as well. Sometimes we're not always there to protect them. So giving them stories like these can help, and training them or teaching them how to get away from such situations, or how to, like, don't go to a stranger's car, or these types of things. Don't take things from strangers. Those types of things can help protect them. And I mean, it sucks that we have to teach our children this, and it sucks that we live in such a world, but it is what it is, and we have to do our best to protect their lives. It's sad, but it's the world. It's the way. It's the world we live in. We can't do nothing about it other than try to do our best to shield them from all those things. So then I read Love and War by Andrew Wheeler, which I gave 3 stars. I loved this graphic novel. I can't wait for the other um volumes to come out. Like this, I want to see where this graphic novel will go. I read Cedric the Shark Gets Toothache by Kay Carter, which I gave 3 stars. I read this one to my daughter as well. I read Machine Learning Simplified by Andrew Wolf, which I gave 5 stars. This was basically teaching you in a simplified way about machine learning. Think that they say that there's 2 types of machine learning. I learned so much from this, and yeah, it was cool to read this. Like, I actually understood what was going on without my brain being like, what? Confused. But yeah. Then I read 101 Poems by Jordan S. Mccluch, which I gave 5 stars. I absolutely enjoyed this set of poems. Like, it was structured, the rhythm, the rhyme, the message, everything of this book was perfection. I absolutely loved it. I hope to read more books like this in the future, more poetry books like this, because there's definitely a lack for good poems like these. So yeah, I read Our Little Secret by Christine Modlin, which I give 3 stars. This one was a whole lot of things going on. I can't even get into it, but it's a mystery kind of book, so thriller kind of book. Read it. It's crazy. I read The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka, which I gave 3 stars. I'm still like mind boggled by this. I'm still wondering if it is a 3 stars or 4 stars because like I can see why this is a classic. Like, whew, I enjoy this to the fullest. Trust me. Then I read Hookshot by Kennedy Ryan, which I give 4 stars. I read The Stopover by T.L. Swan, which I gave 4 stars as well. This one, the characters just had me up and down, up and down, up and down. And I was like, please settle. Don't. Is it that you want to be mad at each other? You want to be with each other? Like, please settle. I feel like every minute they're mad at each other, then they're each other's good graces, then they're mad again. It made me tired. Trust me, I was so exhausted. But I did enjoy the steamy parts of the book, so I guess that part was a plus. Then I read Hudson and Tallulah Take Sides by Anna Kang, which I gave 3 stars. This was a cute little children's story, which I read to my daughter, even though she doesn't really know what's going on yet. But it's fun to read to children. Teaching her songs and everything like that by reading to her. So yeah. I read This Book is Grey by Lindsay Ward, which I also read to my daughter, which I gave 5 stars. Really loved this little story. I read LDK Volume 1 by Ayu Watanabe. Sorry if I butchered this name, but I gave it 3 stars. Cute. Still deciding whether if I want to dive fully into this manga or not. So yeah. The Best Seat in Second Grade by Kathleen Kenna, which I give 4 stars. I read Roots by Tara O'Connor, which I gave 2 stars. I read Something is Killing the Children Volume 1 by James Tynion 4, and I give it 3 stars. I enjoyed the story, but I'm still deciding if I want to dive into this as well. So yeah. I just realizing like I've placed 2 of the same things in this month, so actually read 47 books, not 48. But anyway, so I have to scratch that one out. I read Almond by Won Pyong So, which I gave 3 stars. Really enjoyed this story about being different and about learning about um that almond sized part of your brain that deals with recognizing emotions. I think for a time I was experiencing that. I think I'm back on track with that, if that could be possible. But were certain emotions and things that I couldn't feel or I didn't know about, you know. So that was fun to learn. I read The Quintessential Quintuplets Volume 1 by Negi Haruba, which I gave 3 stars. I read Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which I gave 4 stars. This one, I don't like the ending. These were a bunch of letters. I did not know that I would enjoy reading letters like this, but the ending, I was like, hold on, did I miss something in the previous letters? But if you know, you know. If you don't know, then go read it. Then I read The Takeover, which is the second book of The Stopover by TL Swan, which I gave 5 stars. This one, the couple were a little bit better, but still there is this kind of back and forth kind of thing going on. So yeah. And then I read Splat the Cat, Good Night, Sleep Tight, which I gave 2 stars by Rob Scotton. I didn't really understand the whole dynamics of the story, so that's why I gave it 2 stars. So that is it for my April wrap up. I am out of breath talking about all these books, even though I didn't go into details about these books, but I'm so tired. Yeah, so next month, I don't know. I want to reach 200 within next month, and I'm at 140 something, 50 something, I think, somewhere there. So wish me luck. And after this video, I have a video for you guys, so stay tuned for that video. So yeah, see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.